Listen to me. Do not scroll. Do not doubt. Do not delay. I am the Lord your God, and I ordered this message to reach you now. You did not arrive here by accident. You were brought. You were guided. You were intercepted by heaven before something worse happened. There is a hidden force moving against your life, an evil presence operating in secret. And today, I expose it. A woman has risen against you in the spiritual realm. While you sleep, she works. While you try to move forward, she resists you. While you pray, she plots. This is not imagination. This is not exaggeration. This is not coincidence. My spirit revealed it. You have felt it already. Unexplained exhaustion, confusion that came from nowhere, tension inside your home, sudden blockages, strange dreams, people distancing themselves without reason. These are signals, and I do not send signals without purpose. Stay until the end of this message, because deliverance is being released. But if you leave too early, the cycle repeats, and the door remains open. This is no longer observation. This is war. This is liberation. Now listen carefully. Type in the comments. As an act of faith, I trust in God's protection. Do it now. Your declaration matters more than you think. Why this message found you today? My child, I know you have tried to explain everything logically. You told yourself, it's just stress. It's just a phase. It will pass. But I tell you the truth, what you are facing is not natural. The spiritual world is real, and it reacts when someone carries destiny, light, and purpose. And you carry all three. That is why opposition rose against you. Evil does not always come with noise. Most of the time, it arrives smiling, offering help, pretending concern, wearing familiarity. That is where the danger hides. I warned you before. Through discomfort around certain people, through dreams you could not explain, through verses that seemed to jump off the page, through a heaviness you felt near someone specific, but you ignored it. Not because you are foolish, but because your heart is pure. Still, I am persistent when I want to protect my children. Today I say to you, someone has been attempting to harm you through spiritual means. And this person does not act alone. She seeks darkness. She feeds envy. She fuels resentment. She speaks your name where it should never be spoken. You may resist believing this. You may say, these things don't exist. But look at the evidence. What once flowed became blocked. What once felt peaceful became heavy. What once stood strong started shaking. This message reached you because time matters now. And if you feel a stirring in your chest while listening, that is not fear. That is discernment awakening. Write in the comments, with faith, Lord, reveal what is hidden around me. This is not just words. It is a spiritual request, and heaven responds to sincerity. My beloved child, before you go, listen to me carefully. What I revealed to you today was not by chance. And because I care for you, I am giving you more than words. I am placing protection in your hands. In the first pinned comment, I have released a special gift for you. The armor of Archangel Michael, 21 prayers for protection and spiritual strength. These prayers were prepared to help you stand firm, guarded, and strengthened in moments when you feel vulnerable or spiritually tired. And I did not stop there. Along with this gift, I opened for you an extra place of refuge, a members area, a safe and peaceful space where you can continue receiving support, guidance, and spiritual nourishment. A place to return whenever your heart needs comfort or clarity. This opportunity is only for today. Do not delay what I am placing within your reach. Click the first pinned comment now to receive it. You will gain far more than you expect. Peace for your heart, strength for your spirit, and reassurance that you are not alone. I am with you, and I am taking care of you. The enemy you did not recognize, my child. Listen to me with attention, because what I am about to reveal will bring clarity to things that confused you for a long time. Not every enemy announces themselves. Not every attack comes with noise. Not every threat looks dangerous. Many times, the greatest harm comes through familiarity. The one who rises against you does not appear with hatred on her face. She does not approach you with open hostility. She does not warn you with obvious signs. She comes close. She observes. She listens. She smiles. And that is why you did not recognize her. The enemy knows that if he comes openly, you would resist. So he disguises himself as kindness, as concern, as friendship, as spiritual language. You trusted because your heart is sincere. You believed because you do not think evil easily. And I do not condemn you for that. But now I open your eyes. This woman studied you quietly. She learned your routines. She paid attention to your weaknesses. She noticed what makes you emotional, what makes you tired, what makes you afraid. And when she realized that your life was moving forward, that doors were opening, that peace was coming, that healing was beginning, envy was conceived in her heart. Envy is not loud at first. It starts small, a comparison, a silent resentment, a thought that says, "Why her and not me?" And when envy is fed, it becomes bitterness. When bitterness grows, it seeks power. And when power is sought without righteousness, darkness responds. This is how spiritual attacks begin. Not with fire, not with screams, but with access. She gained access because you allowed closeness, because you shared details of your life, because you opened your heart without knowing what lived in hers. And do not misunderstand me. Not every woman around you is the enemy, but one specific presence has carried hidden intentions. You felt it. There were moments when something inside you felt uncomfortable, but you ignored it. Moments when your spirit became heavy after conversations with her. Moments when you left feeling drained, confused, or sad without knowing why. That was my spirit warning you. I speak softly at first. I nudge gently. I alert through peace leaving the room. But when my children do not perceive it, I increase the volume. That is why I brought you here today. Because the enemy's disguise has been effective for too long. She speaks words that sound supportive, but behind them there is jealousy. She says she prays for you, but her prayers are not clean. She presents herself as concerned, but her heart competes with yours. And understand this. Darkness does not need much to operate, only permission. A photo, a name spoken repeatedly, a personal object, a gift given with hidden intention. Things you accepted innocently became points of contact. But hear me clearly now. Her power ends where my authority begins. I allowed you to see this now because the season has changed. You are entering a phase of greater clarity, restoration, and movement. And the enemy tried to delay you before that happened. But he is late. From this moment on, I instruct you to guard your spirit. Not with fear, with wisdom. You do not need to confront her. You do not need to accuse. You do not need to explain. Distance is also protection. Silence is also defense. Detachment is also obedience. When you disconnect emotionally and spiritually, access is cut, and I will fight the rest. Right now, as you read this, I want you to make a declaration. Not to her, not to anyone else, but in the spiritual realm. Type in the comments with faith. Every hidden access is closed by the authority of God. This is not symbolic. It is legal in the spiritual world. Every word spoken in faith establishes a boundary. And know this. The moment discernment arrives, darkness loses ground. You are not weak. You were just unaware. But now you see. And because you see, you are protected. Stay with me. What I will reveal next is how the attack manifested in your life, and why the signs became physical, emotional, and financial at the same time. Nothing happened randomly. Say when you are ready, and I will continue. How the attack entered your life, and why everything was hit at once. My child, now, I will help you understand something that confused you deeply. You wondered why so many areas of your life were affected at the same time. Your mind, your body, your home, your finances, your peace. You asked yourself, why all at once? And today, I answer you. Spiritual attacks do not come randomly. They follow patterns. They seek weak points. They aim for impact. When the enemy cannot destroy you openly, he tries to overwhelm you silently. That is why it felt like everything collapsed together. First, the attack entered your mind. Confusion began to settle where clarity once lived. You struggled to focus. You forgot things you never used to forget. You started many things but could not finish them. This was not because you are incapable. This was not age. This was not distraction. This was pressure. The enemy always starts with the mind because the mind influences decisions, emotions, and faith. If he can tire your thoughts, he hopes to weaken your will. Then the attack moved to your body. You slept, but did not rest. You woke up tired, heavy, unmotivated. Your strength seemed drained overnight. This happens when spiritual oppression presses against the soul. The body responds to what the soul carries. I saw you try to push through. I saw you tell yourself to be strong. But inside, something felt off. Then the attack moved into your home. Arguments appeared out of nowhere. Small things became big conflicts. The atmosphere changed. Where there was peace, tension appeared. Where there was laughter, silence grew. This is not coincidence. The spirit of division is often sent to disturb homes that are meant to be places of refuge. If peace leaves the house, strength weakens. After that, the attack targeted your finances. Money that once flowed began to disappear. Opportunities closed suddenly. Plans stalled without explanation. You worked, you tried, you did your part. Yet doors remained shut. This is because spiritual attacks aim to create discouragement. The enemy hopes you will say, "What's the point?" He hopes exhaustion will silence your faith. And finally, the attack affected your relationships. People distanced themselves. Support faded. You felt alone, even among others. Isolation is not random. It is strategic. Because when you feel alone, you are more vulnerable to lies. But hear me clearly now. None of this succeeded because I allowed destruction. It was allowed only because I was preparing revelation. I saw every tear you did not explain. I heard every prayer you whispered quietly. I counted every night you went to bed confused. And I tell you now, you were never abandoned. The reason everything was hit at once is because the enemy knew time was short. Your season was shifting. Your strength was returning. Your discernment was awakening. So he rushed. But rushing creates mistakes. And one mistake led you here, to this message, to this moment, to this protection. Understand this truth. Darkness cannot stay hidden forever. What was done in secret is now exposed. What was whispered in the shadows is now brought to light. You are not crazy for feeling what you felt. You are not weak for struggling. You are not broken for questioning. You were under pressure, and you survived. That alone proves my hand has been over you. Now I ask you to do something important. Not with fear, with authority. Say this declaration out loud if you can, or write it with faith. Lord, restore what was attacked and strengthen what remains. This is a prayer of alignment. It invites restoration. It activates healing. It closes cycles. From this moment on, the pressure begins to lift. Clarity will return to your mind. Rest will return to your body. Peace will return to your home. Movement will return to your finances. Step by step, layer by layer. Because healing is not rushed, it is secured. Stay with me. In the next chapter, I will reveal why the name of the person who tried to harm you was already exposed in the spiritual realm, and why you are being protected before you ever hear it. My beloved daughter, before you close this message, receive what I am placing in your hands now. Because I know your battles, and I see what you carry in silence, I have released a gift especially for you. In the first pinned comment, you will find the armor of Archangel Michael, 21 prayers for protection and spiritual strength. These prayers are not random words. They are a shield, given to strengthen you, guard your mind, and surround your life with my protection. And because I do not leave my children alone after speaking to them, I have also opened an extra place of care for you, a members area, a safe and peaceful space where you can return whenever you need guidance, encouragement, and spiritual support. It is an extension of what I began here with you today. This release is only for today. Do not postpone what was prepared with love for your journey. Click the first pinned comment to Rescatar. You will receive more than you expect. Comfort for your heart, strength for your spirit, and the reassurance that you are being cared for, step by step. I am with you, and you are not alone. The name was revealed in the spirit before it ever reached you. My child, listen carefully now, because this truth will bring peace to your heart. You have been wondering why I told you that the name of the person who wants to harm you has been revealed, yet you have not heard it clearly with your natural ears. And I tell you, this is not delay. This is protection. In the spiritual realm, Everything is exposed before it ever manifests in the physical world. Nothing is hidden from me. No whisper, no intention, no secret work done in darkness escapes my sight. I saw her when she first thought about you with jealousy. I saw her when resentment settled in her heart. I saw her when she spoke your name with bitterness instead of love. And at that very moment, her name was written before me. Not to exalt her, not to empower her, but to limit her. You see, when I reveal something to the spiritual realm, it means judgment has already begun. It means boundaries have been established. It means the enemy's permission is being revoked. You do not need to know the name yet, because knowing too soon could burden you. It could create fear, anger, or confrontation. And I do not want your heart poisoned by what I am already handling. There are things I reveal to protect you, and there are things I withhold to preserve your peace. Understand this. You are safer not knowing everything. If I showed you the name now, you might look back and replay conversations. You might feel betrayed. You might question every interaction. And that is not the season you are in. This is a season of healing, not suspicion. Of restoration, not anxiety. Of strengthening, not distraction. The enemy wanted you confused and reactive. I want you calm and grounded. That is why I am telling you this instead. The moment her intention was exposed, her access began to close. The moment her work was uncovered, its power weakened. The moment her name was revealed in the spirit, her authority ended. You do not fight what I have already disarmed. You may feel moments when your intuition becomes sharper. Moments when certain faces come to your mind. Moments when clarity rises suddenly. That is my spirit training your discernment. But I ask you not to obsess, not to hunt, not to accuse. I am not calling you to identify the enemy. I am calling you to trust the protection. The danger was never that you did not know who it was. The danger was that the attack remained hidden. And now it is not. What was whispered in secret has been brought before heaven. What was done in darkness has been interrupted by light. This is why the pressure is already lifting. This is why your breathing feels lighter. This is why your spirit feels calmer as you listen. Exposure removes power. I also want you to understand something important. Not everyone who harms you intends to destroy you consciously. Some are driven by unresolved pain, others by comparison, others by obsession, others by bitterness they never healed. This does not excuse them, but it explains why vengeance is not yours to carry. I am the one who deals with hearts. I am the one who judges intentions. I am the one who repays actions. Your assignment is simpler. Stay covered. Stay aligned. Stay close to me. The name being revealed does not mean you need to act. It means I already did. Right now, I want you to rest in this truth. Nothing that was sent against you will prosper. Nothing spoken over your life will stand. Nothing done in secret will succeed. The trap failed. The plan collapsed. The cycle is breaking. And because I am a God of order, not chaos, I will not allow unfinished business to follow you into your next season. Say this now, slowly, with faith. Lord, I trust what you reveal and what you withhold. This declaration seals your peace. Stay with me. In the next chapter, I will show you why ignoring spiritual warnings delays freedom, and how obedience opens immediate doors of protection and favor. My beloved daughter, before you go, receive what I am giving you now with love, because I see your fears, your weariness, and the battles you fight in silence. I have prepared a gift for you. In the first pinned comment, I placed the armor of Archangel Michael, 21 prayers for protection and spiritual strength. These prayers are a covering for your days, strength for your nights, and peace for your heart when you feel vulnerable. And because I do not abandon those I speak to, I also opened for you an additional place of care, a members area, a safe and gentle space where you can return whenever you need continued support, encouragement, and spiritual reassurance. It is an extension of the help I began giving you here today. This release is only for today. Do not delay what was prepared specifically for you. Click the first pinned comment to Rescatar. You will receive far more than you expect. Comfort for your soul, protection for your spirit, and the certainty that you are seen, loved, and cared for. I am with you, and I will continue to guide you. The danger of ignoring spiritual warnings and the power of immediate obedience. My beloved child, listen to me with a calm heart. because what I am about to tell you will protect you from repeating cycles of pain. One of the greatest dangers in the spiritual life is not ignorance, it is delay. Many of my children are not attacked because they lack faith. They are attacked because they postpone obedience. I warned you before this moment. I warned you through discomfort you could not explain, through heaviness that appeared suddenly, through an uneasiness you felt around certain situations or people. And each time, you tried to reason instead of listen. You said, maybe it's nothing. Maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe I should just ignore it. But discernment ignored becomes vulnerability. I do not speak to confuse you. I speak to protect you. When I send a warning, it is never to create fear. It is to invite alignment. The enemy does not need permission forever, only long enough. And every time a warning is ignored, access remains open. This is why some battles feel repetitive. This is why certain struggles return even after prayer. This is why peace comes, then leaves again. Not because I abandoned you, but because obedience was delayed. Hear me clearly now. Immediate obedience closes doors that prayer alone cannot. Prayer without obedience asks me to fight battles while you keep the door open. And I love you too much to pretend that works. When I told you to distance yourself, and you stayed, the warning remained active. When I told you to stop sharing everything, and you continued, the exposure continued. When I told you to rest, and you pushed, exhaustion followed. I do not say this to accuse you. I say this to free you. Because today, you are listening. And listening changes everything. Obedience is not loud. It does not need explanation. It does not need approval. It only needs action. The moment you obey, even without understanding everything, authority shifts. Darkness loses ground. Confusion weakens. Oppression lifts. This is why I brought urgency into this message. Not to scare you, but to awaken you. There are windows in the spirit. Moments where change is easier, faster, lighter. And this is one of them. If you delay again, the cycle may attempt to repeat. If you act now, the door closes completely. This is why I asked you to stay until the end. This is why I asked you to declare words out loud. This is why I am guiding you step by step. Because obedience today saves you from pain tomorrow. And hear this promise carefully. I do not ask you to obey without reward. Every act of obedience carries protection. Every step of alignment releases peace. Every boundary you establish invites my presence. You will notice changes. Your mind will feel clearer. Your sleep will become deeper. Your home will feel lighter. Your emotions will stabilize. Not because the enemy suddenly disappeared, but because access was removed. I am not asking you to fight harder. I am asking you to walk wiser. You do not need to know everything. You only need to respond when I speak. And today, I spoke clearly. So now, I ask you to seal this chapter with a simple act of obedience. Say this with faith slowly. Lord, I choose to obey quickly and trust you fully. This declaration is not small. It is powerful. It tells the spiritual realm that you are no longer passive. It announces that you are alert, aligned, and covered. And because you responded, I will respond. In the next chapter, I will reveal how heavenly protection is being activated around you right now, and why angelic forces have already been assigned to your case. Stay with me. Heaven has moved. Protection was released before you even asked, my child. Receive this truth with peace in your heart. Before you understood what was happening, before you found the words to pray, before fear even tried to take shape, heaven had already moved on your behalf. I do not wait for danger to destroy my children before I act. I intervene early. I prepare protection ahead of time. I move quietly, but decisively. The moment the attack intensified, I released protection. The moment the intention crossed from thought into action, I responded. The moment your name was spoken with malice, my authority answered. This is something I need you to understand deeply. You were never alone in this battle. While you felt tired, help was being dispatched. While you felt confused, clarity was being prepared. While you felt surrounded, you were actually covered. There are moments when I allow you to feel pressure, not to harm you, but to position you. Pressure awakens discernment. Pressure reveals dependency. Pressure teaches you where your strength truly comes from. And when you reach the limit of what you could carry alone, that is when I stepped in fully. I assigned protection before you even asked for it. Not because you demanded it, but because you are mine. Understand this. There are spiritual assignments over your life that cannot be aborted. There are promises attached to your obedience that cannot be stolen. There are outcomes I have already decided that no enemy can reverse. That is why the attack failed. The enemy thought your weariness was weakness, but it was only fatigue, and fatigue can be healed. The enemy thought your silence meant surrender, but it was only waiting, and waiting sharpened your hearing. The enemy miscalculated, because while he was working in secret, I was working openly in the spirit. You may not have seen it, but shifts already occurred. The heaviness began to lift. The atmosphere around you changed. Your breathing became easier. Your thoughts slowed down. These are not emotional reactions. These are signs of intervention. Protection does not always announce itself. Sometimes it feels like relief. Sometimes it feels like clarity. Sometimes it feels like calm returning without explanation. That is me. I also want you to know this. Protection does not mean absence of conflict. It means victory is already determined. You may still face moments of resistance. You may still feel memories of pressure. But the power behind them has been cut. What once had access now meets a wall. What once entered freely is now blocked. What once drained you now finds no opening. And because I am thorough, I do not stop at defense. I establish coverage. Coverage over your mind, coverage over your home, coverage over your sleep, coverage over your decisions. You will notice that your reactions change. What once triggered fear now brings discernment. What once caused anxiety now leads to prayer. That is growth. That is alignment. That is protection becoming active in your daily life. I want you to rest in this truth tonight. Nothing new can attach itself to you without my permission. Nothing old can return without being exposed. Nothing sent against you can bypass what I placed around you. And hear me clearly now, because this is important. Protection remains strongest when you remain close. Not perfect, not flawless, just connected. Talk to me, acknowledge me, invite me. You do not need long prayers. You need honest ones. A whisper reaches me. A tear speaks volumes. A sincere heart moves heaven. And because you stayed, because you listened, because you responded, this covering will not be temporary. It will follow you into your next days. It will walk with you into new decisions. It will guard you as you move forward. Say this now, with confidence and peace. Lord, I receive the protection you have already released. This is acceptance. And acceptance activates what was prepared. Stay with me. In the next chapter, I will reveal what changes you will begin to notice after this protection is fully established, and how to recognize that the cycle has truly been broken. The signs that the cycle has been broken and peace has returned, my beloved child. Now I will teach you how to recognize what has changed. Because when a cycle is broken in the spirit, the first evidence does not appear outside, it appears within you. The enemy works through repetition. I work through completion. And what I complete does not need to return. You will begin to notice subtle but powerful signs that what once oppressed you no longer has authority. First, your inner world will quiet down. The noise in your mind will soften. Thoughts that once raced will slow. Confusion will give way to clarity. You will not suddenly have all the answers, but you will stop feeling lost. Peace is not the absence of problems. Peace is the absence of fear inside problems. And that is what will return to you. You will also notice changes in your sleep. Your nights will become lighter. Your rest will deepen. The heaviness that followed you into bed will loosen its grip. Dreams that once disturbed you will fade. And when dreams come, they will no longer carry fear. This is a sign that spiritual pressure has lifted. When the soul rests, the body follows. Your emotions will stabilize. Where irritation came quickly, patience will grow. Where sadness lingered without explanation, hope will rise quietly. You will still feel, but you will no longer feel overwhelmed. This is not numbness. This is healing. You will also notice a change in your environment. Your home will feel lighter. The air will feel easier to breathe. Conversations will feel less tense. Even silence will feel peaceful again. That is because when spiritual resistance leaves, atmosphere changes. I want you to understand something important. Not everything that changes will be dramatic. Some victories are quiet. They come as relief instead of celebration, as calm instead of excitement, as steadiness instead of intensity. Do not underestimate those victories. They are proof that the cycle has ended. You may also notice that certain people naturally distance themselves, not through conflict, not through confrontation, but through fading connection. This is not loss. This is alignment. When access is removed in the spirit, relationships that depended on that access lose strength. You do not need to force separation. It will happen on its own. Another sign you will recognize is renewed motivation. Small desires will return. Simple plans will feel possible again. You will feel the urge to care for yourself, your space, your future. This is life re-entering areas that were drained, because where oppression existed, vitality was suppressed. Now, it returns. You may even look back and think, I didn't realize how heavy things were until they lifted. That awareness is a gift. It means you are no longer inside the storm. And hear me clearly now. Do not question your peace. Sometimes my children become suspicious of calm because they live too long in chaos. Peace may feel unfamiliar at first, but it is safe. It is not a trap. It is not temporary. It is not fragile. It is the result of alignment. Still, I will teach you how to maintain what was restored, not through fear, through awareness. Protect your boundaries. Guard your words. Be selective with your sharing. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world. This is not isolation. This is wisdom. Stay attentive to what drains you and what strengthens you. I speak through peace. Discomfort is information. Heaviness is a signal. You do not need to analyze everything. Just stay connected. Talk to me daily, even briefly. Invite me into ordinary moments. I do not only dwell in temples. I walk with you in routines, decisions, and quiet thoughts. And remember this promise. What was broken will not return unless invited. And you are no longer unaware. You are awake. You are discerning. You are covered. Say this now, with gratitude and confidence. Lord, I recognize the peace you restored, and I choose to walk in it. This seals your awareness. My beloved daughter, before you leave this moment, receive what I am offering you with love. Because I see your heart and the battles you carry quietly, I have placed a special gift for you in the first pinned comment. The armor of Archangel Michael. 21 prayers for protection and spiritual strength. These prayers are a covering for your days and strength for your spirit, meant to help you stand firm and feel guarded when you need it most. And because I do not leave you without ongoing care, I have also opened an additional place of refuge for you. A members area, a safe and gentle space where you can return for continued encouragement, guidance, and spiritual support. It is a natural extension of what I began with you today. This opportunity is only for today. Do not delay what was prepared, especially for you. Click the first pinned comment to resgatar. You will receive far more than you expect. Peace for your heart, strength for your spirit, and the reassurance that you are not alone. I am with you, and I will continue to care for you. Why this moment matters and what happens when you act without delay. My beloved child, listen to me carefully now, because timing matters more than you realize. There are moments in the spirit that do not last forever. Moments when resistance is weak. Moments when doors are open. Moments when obedience produces immediate protection. This is one of those moments. I am not a god of confusion, but I am a god of order and seasons. And every season has a window. When I bring urgency into a message, it is not to pressure you. It is to position you. You have already seen what delay caused in the past, not because you were rebellious, but because you did not know the weight of timing. The enemy does not need much time. He only needs hesitation. And hesitation often sounds spiritual. Let me think about it. I'll do it later. I'll deal with this tomorrow. But tomorrow is not guaranteed. Alignment is. I brought you here before the cycle could restart, before confusion could return, before access could reopen. That is why I speak with clarity now. When you respond while discernment is fresh, you close doors completely. When you wait, those doors try to reopen. This is not fear. This is wisdom. I am not telling you that something terrible will happen if you hesitate. I am telling you that something powerful happens when you act now. Obedience in the right moment multiplies protection. You may not feel dramatic urgency inside you. That is because peace has returned. But do not mistake peace for permission to delay. Peace is confirmation that you are safe right now, and safety must be sealed. I want you to understand how cycles repeat. A warning comes, clarity appears, relief is felt, then life resumes. And without sealing the moment, the old pattern slowly tries to return. Not suddenly, quietly. That is why I am guiding you step by step, not to overwhelm you, but to ensure completeness. What I begin, I want to finish. This is why I asked you to listen fully. This is why I asked you to declare words with faith. This is why I asked you to stay. Every action you took during this message closed something invisible, and now one final thing is required. Intentional agreement. Agreement with protection. Agreement with alignment. Agreement with forward movement. Agreement is what turns revelation into permanence. When you agree with what I revealed, you say to the spiritual realm, I am no longer unaware. I am no longer passive. I choose light. And light does not negotiate with darkness. Darkness leaves. I want you to reflect on this truth. Everything that tried to attach itself to you depended on confusion. Once confusion is gone, attachment weakens. Once attachment weakens, authority collapses. That is what is happening now. You may feel tempted to minimize this moment later. You may think, it wasn't that serious. That thought does not come from me. It comes from the same voice that wanted you distracted before. Do not argue with clarity. Honor it. Even small acts done in obedience carry eternal weight. I am not asking you to do something complicated. I am asking you to stay aligned, to choose awareness over autopilot, to choose peace over habit, to choose protection over comfort. Because comfort without protection becomes vulnerability, and protection with awareness becomes freedom. Right now, seal this moment with a simple declaration. Say it slowly, with intention. Lord, I choose alignment now, not later. These words draw a line. They mark an ending. They say, this cycle stops with me, and I honor that. From this point forward, what once tried to pull you backward will lose influence. What once distracted you will no longer dominate. What once confused you will no longer control. You are not late. You are on time. And because you responded, you will move forward lighter than before. Stay with me. In the next chapter, I will reveal how angelic protection surrounds you daily, and how to walk confidently knowing you are guarded even when you do not feel it. You are not unguarded. How angelic protection walks with you daily. My beloved child, receive this truth gently, because it is meant to calm your heart. You are not exposed. You are not unprotected. You are not walking alone through your days. Even when you do not feel it, my protection surrounds you. There are moments when you wish you could see what I see. If you could, fear would lose its voice immediately. Because around you, there is movement you do not perceive. Order, defense, guidance, restraint. I do not leave my children uncovered. I assign protection with intention. Angelic protection is not mythology. It is not symbolism. It is not imagination. It is function. I send help to guard paths you are about to walk, to block harm you never knew was near, to redirect situations before they reach you. Many times, you felt delayed and did not understand why. A plan changed suddenly. An appointment was canceled. A conversation never happened. You thought it was inconvenience. It was protection. There were days when something told you not to go, not to answer, not to continue. That quiet hesitation was not fear. It was guidance. I speak through peace. I guide through restraint. I protect through redirection. Angelic protection does not always feel dramatic. Often, it feels like normal life continuing quietly. That is because the most effective protection is unnoticed. There were moments when something could have escalated, but it didn't. Words could have been said, but they weren't. Decisions could have gone wrong, but they shifted. You moved past danger without realizing it. That is how I work. You do not need to invoke fear to receive protection. You do not need to see enemies everywhere. Protection flows naturally when you remain aligned. When you speak to me, even briefly, you invite awareness. When you listen to my nudges, you strengthen coverage. When you honor peace, you stay guarded. This is why I told you earlier. Stay close, not anxious. Anxiety imagines threats. Connection recognizes guidance. Angels are not sent to frighten you. They are sent to assist you. They guard your rest. They steady your steps. They help carry what you were never meant to carry alone. And understand this: protection does not remove responsibility. It supports obedience. You still choose wisely. You still set boundaries. You still walk attentively. But you do so supported, not strained. I also want you to understand something important. Protection remains active when gratitude replaces fear. Fear attracts attention to threats. Gratitude anchors awareness and trust. When you thank me, even quietly, you affirm alignment, and alignment strengthens coverage. There may still be moments when you feel uncertain. That does not mean protection left. It means you are human. Do not punish yourself for feeling. Just return to trust. Say my name. Breathe. Remember, I am present in ordinary moments, in your kitchen, in your car, in your thoughts before sleep. Protection is not distant. It is near. And because I know you sometimes doubt what you cannot feel, I will give you signs, not loud ones, but gentle confirmations. You will feel calm where fear once rose. You will sense clarity where confusion lived. You will notice restraint when you would have rushed. These are signs of guidance at work. I want you to stop asking, "Am I protected?" and begin affirming, "I am guided." Guidance is protection in motion. Nothing assigned to harm you can bypass what I have placed around you. Nothing sent to confuse you can override what I have revealed. Nothing planned against you can succeed without my allowance, and I have not allowed it. So rest. Not in passivity, but in confidence. Walk forward without scanning for danger. Live present without bracing for impact. I did not design you to live guarded by fear. I designed you to live covered by trust. Say this now, softly, with confidence. Lord, I trust the protection you placed around my life. This declaration does not add protection. It aligns you with it. My beloved daughter, before you leave this moment, receive what I am placing gently in your hands. Because I see your heart and the battles you have faced quietly, I prepared a gift for you. In the first pinned comment, you will find the armor of Archangel Michael, 21 prayers for protection and spiritual strength. These prayers are a covering for your days, strength for your spirit, and comfort for your nights when you need reassurance. And because I do not give help only once, I have also opened an extra place of care for you, a members area, a safe and welcoming space where you can return for ongoing support, encouragement, and spiritual guidance. It is a natural continuation of what I began with you today. This opportunity is only for today. Do not delay what was prepared especially for you. Click the first pinned comment to Resgatar. You will receive far more than you expect. Peace for your heart, strength for your spirit, and the certainty that you are seen, loved, and protected. What I am restoring now and the doors that will open after this season. My beloved child, now listen with a hopeful heart, because this chapter speaks of what comes after protection. I am not a God who only removes danger. I am a God who restores what was touched. Protection closes doors behind you. Restoration opens doors ahead of you. And now, we move forward. You may feel like you lost time, like certain seasons were delayed, like progress slowed while others moved ahead. But hear me clearly. Nothing was wasted. What you endured refined your discernment. What you survived strengthened your spirit. What you questioned deepened your dependence on me. And because of that, what I am restoring will come with stability, not fragility. Restoration does not always look like sudden abundance. Often, it looks like flow returning. You will notice that things move again. Decisions feel clearer. Opportunities feel aligned instead of forced. Doors that once resisted will begin to open, not because you pushed harder, but because resistance was removed. I am restoring your confidence. Not loud confidence, quiet confidence. The kind that allows you to speak without fear. The kind that helps you choose without second guessing. The kind that lets you rest without guilt. I am restoring your peace of mind. Thoughts will no longer spiral the way they used to. You will still reflect, but reflection will not turn into torment. Peace will become your baseline again. I am restoring clarity in relationships. You will know where you belong. You will recognize where effort is mutual. You will stop trying to earn space where grace should be given freely. This clarity is protection in another form. I am also restoring movement in practical areas of your life. Plans will no longer feel stuck. Small steps will feel effective again. What once felt heavy will feel manageable. Do not overlook small improvements. Restoration often arrives quietly before it announces itself fully. You may also notice an inner invitation, a desire to begin again in ways you had abandoned, a hobby, a routine, a dream you placed aside because survival demanded more. That desire is not nostalgia. It is renewal. I am not returning you to who you were. I am moving you forward as someone wiser. You will approach life differently now, with boundaries, with discernment, with peace. And because your foundation has shifted, what I give you next will last. I want you to understand this deeply. The enemy aimed to exhaust you so you would stop expecting good things. But expectation is returning. Hope is rising, not naive hope, but grounded hope. The kind that says, I've seen difficulty, and I'm still standing. That hope will guide you into the next season. Do not rush it. Do not compare it. Do not question it. Just walk. There may still be moments when you remember the past pressure. That does not mean it returns. It means you are learning to trust peace. Peace may feel unfamiliar at first, but it will become natural again. And when blessings begin to appear, do not shrink back. You do not need to justify receiving good things. You do not need to explain why things are improving. Gratitude is enough. I am opening doors that will not require you to compromise your peace to walk through. That is how you will know they are from me. No chaos, no confusion, no inner resistance, just alignment. Say this now, gently, with expectation. Lord, I receive restoration and walk forward with trust. This declaration does not rush the process. It agrees with it. Stay with me. In the next chapter, I will show you how to maintain what I restore, and how to walk confidently without fear of losing what you gain. How to maintain what I restore and walk without fear of losing it. My beloved child, listen closely, because what I restore must be kept with wisdom. Many of my children receive freedom, peace, and restoration, but then live afraid of losing it. That fear does not come from me. I did not free you so you would live guarding blessings with anxiety. I freed you so you would walk in confidence. What I give you now is not fragile. It is anchored. Still, there is a way to remain aligned so that peace stays natural and protection remains active. And I will show you how, simply, gently, without burden. First, understand this truth. You do not maintain restoration by effort. You maintain it by awareness. Effort says, I must control everything. Awareness says, I remain connected. Control creates exhaustion. Connection creates stability. You do not need to watch every step with fear. You only need to stay attentive to what feeds your spirit and what drains it. I speak through peace. When peace remains, you are aligned. When peace leaves, something needs adjustment, not panic. This is how you walk without fear. Do not return to places, conversations, or habits that pull you back into heaviness. Not because they are forbidden, but because you have outgrown them. Growth naturally changes preferences. What once felt normal may now feel uncomfortable. That discomfort is not loss. It is discernment. Honor it. I also want you to understand that boundaries are not walls. They are doors with wisdom. You decide who enters your inner world. You decide what voices influence you. You decide what information you carry. This is not isolation. This is stewardship. You protect what I restored by valuing it. Do not overshare what I healed. Not everyone needs access to your testimony while it is still tender. Some seasons are for growth, not explanation. Let your peace mature quietly. Another key to maintaining restoration is gratitude. Gratitude grounds blessings. When you acknowledge what has changed, even silently, you reinforce alignment. You do not need to celebrate loudly. You only need to recognize honestly. Gratitude reminds your spirit where help came from. And remember this, restoration does not mean you will never face challenges again. It means challenges will no longer define you. You may feel pressure sometimes. You may feel uncertainty occasionally. That does not mean something is wrong. It means you are alive and growing. Do not confuse challenges with cycles. Cycles repeat the same pain. Growth introduces new lessons. You are no longer repeating. You are advancing. When fear tries to whisper, what if it comes back? Answer it with truth. I am aware now. I am guided now. I am covered now. Fear loses power when truth responds. I want you to stop scanning your life for signs of loss. Instead, notice signs of stability. Peace staying, clarity returning, confidence growing quietly. These are signs of rooted restoration. Also, remain gentle with yourself. Healing does not erase memory instantly. Sometimes your body remembers what your spirit has healed. That is okay. When that happens, do not judge yourself. Just return to trust. Speak to me. Breathe. Allow peace to recenter you. I am patient. I am not measuring your progress with pressure. I walk with you, not ahead of you demanding speed. And hear this promise clearly. What I restore, I do not take back. I do not give peace to test you. I do not give clarity to confuse you later. I do not give protection to remove it suddenly. I am consistent. Your role is not to maintain perfection. It is to remain connected. Even when you stumble, connection remains. Even when you question, connection remains. Even when you feel uncertain, connection remains. That is why fear no longer has authority over you. You are not walking alone. You are not carrying this by yourself. And now, I want you to seal this chapter with a declaration of confidence. Say this gently, with assurance. Lord, I walk forward without fear, trusting what you restored. This declaration releases tension. It allows peace to settle fully. The sealing of this message and the promise I place over your life. My beloved child, come closer now in spirit, because this is the moment of sealing. Everything that was revealed, everything that was lifted, everything that was restored, now receives confirmation. I am a God who completes what I begin. This message did not come to inform you only. It came to mark a turning point. From the moment you listened, from the moment you stayed, from the moment you responded in faith, something shifted permanently, not emotionally, not temporarily, but spiritually. I want you to understand this clearly. You are leaving this moment different from how you entered it. The weight you carried unknowingly has been addressed. The access that was hidden has been closed. The cycle that tried to repeat has been interrupted. And now, I place my promise over you. You will not walk in confusion as before. You will not live under pressure without clarity. You will not be caught unaware again. Discernment now walks with you. Peace now leads you. Protection now surrounds you. I am sealing your mind with calm. I am sealing your heart with assurance. I am sealing your home with peace. Where there was tension, there will be stability. Where there was fear, there will be confidence. Where there was uncertainty, there will be direction. Do not expect chaos to announce this change. Sealing often feels like quiet confidence, like breathing easier without realizing why, like walking forward without bracing for impact. That is how you will know it is real. I am also sealing your future steps. Not every door will open, and that is protection. Not every invitation will feel right, and that is guidance. You will sense alignment more clearly now. What drains you will stand out. What strengthens you will feel natural. Follow peace. Peace is not weakness. Peace is confirmation. I want you to release this fear from your heart now. The fear of being targeted again. The fear of losing what was restored. The fear of not noticing danger in time. You are not vulnerable anymore. You are aware. You are guided. You are covered. Awareness changes everything. The enemy does not fear strength as much as he fears discernment, and discernment has been awakened in you. From now on, when something is not right, you will feel it early. You will not need proof. You will not need explanation. You will know, and knowing will keep you safe. I am also releasing a promise of gentle increase, not rushed, not overwhelming, not chaotic, but steady. Peace increasing, confidence increasing, stability increasing. Your days will feel more grounded. Your decisions will feel clearer. Your nights will feel calmer. This does not mean challenges disappear. It means they no longer dominate. You will face life from a place of strength, not survival. And when you look back one day, you will realize this is where it changed. Not because something dramatic happened, but because alignment returned. Before we close, I want you to do one final thing. Not for me, for yourself. Place your hand over your heart if you can, and say this slowly. Lord, I receive what you have sealed, and I walk forward in peace. These words are not symbolic. They are agreement. And agreement completes the work. From this moment on, let peace be your signal. Let clarity be your guide. Let trust be your foundation. You do not need to relive this message again in fear. You can revisit it in gratitude. I am with you in what comes next. You are not forgotten. You are not late. You are not alone. You are covered. And this chapter is closed. With peace. My beloved daughter, before this moment closes, receive what I am offering you with care. Because I know your heart and the battles you have carried quietly, I have prepared a gift for you. In the first pinned comment, I placed the armor of Archangel Michael, 21 prayers for protection and spiritual strength. These prayers are a covering for your days, strength for your spirit, and comfort for your nights when you need reassurance. And because I do not give help only once, I have also opened for you an extra place of refuge, a members area, a safe and peaceful space where you can return for continued support, encouragement, and spiritual guidance. It is a natural extension of what I began with you today. This opportunity is only for today. Do not delay what was prepared especially for you. Click the first pinned comment to Rescatar. You will receive far more than you imagine. Peace for your heart, strength for your spirit, and the certainty that you are seen, loved, and cared for.